Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be giving our review for Blue's Big City Adventure. This is on Paramount Plus. We watched it partly before our son, because he likes Blue's Clues.
And we were wanting to watch something with him.
And, yeah, watch something with him. And because we grew up watching Blue's Clues ourselves, I checked out for the most part after Steve left.
I did too. Well, it was around when Steve left. I checked out of it too, but he likes a new one with Josh.
Yeah, our son likes Josh.
Well, he's not really seen the other ones enough either, but they also have different graphics now, which is why he likes.
What's the one after Steve?
Joe.
I watched.
Or Donovan's or
Donovan's his real name. He's the only one that doesn't go by his real name for the character. But Joe, I watched very little. I don't know if I remember. I don't know if I watched a full episode. Like I said, I pretty much checked out after Steve left. But
I mean, I did when the girls watched it, but that was rare.
Yeah. But so basically, this is Josh and has a audition in New York City for Rainbow Puppies Broadway production.
Which is funny because he used to be in Broadway before Blue's Clues.
And so they go to New York. Once they get there, they realize they forgot the information on where it was at, where they needed to go. So they're trying to find the clues that leads them to where they need to go for this production or this audition. And
basically him just trying to find his way there most of the time.
Yeah, and Mr. Salt, Mrs. Pepper, all of them, they go there to bring him that information, and they get the help of Steve and Joe to help them track down Josh and Blue. I mean, this was fine. It's just a family film. It brings the nostalgia back to seeing Steve, especially for the ones growing up watching him.
The first scene he showed up in when they went to his door in that movie. I almost cried. My eyes are watering. And I was like, oh my god. And he even pretends to talk to you to the camera for a second. So nostalgic.
Yes, I think from what I remember seeing, it got a lot of us adults in the feels for their nostalgia factor of being a kid and seeing him.
Me saying, "What's wrong, mommy?"
Yeah, our son, he liked it, but he didn't love it. I don't think he loved parts of it, but not the entire movie.
But he did sit there and watch the whole thing.
Yeah, he did watch it,
which is amazing. For him, so that's something.
But I think
it was more for me and Addison, honestly. Because Addison likes Steve, too.
I mean, I like seeing Steve, but I wasn't like, I gotta watch this movie right now.
I've been wanting to, I just kept putting it off.
But it's not a bad movie in any way. If you like Blue's Clues, it's pretty much that.
And it's only like around an hour. It's only like 74 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, it's very short, right over an hour.
An easy watch.
The lighting is the one big flaw I seen watching this was the lighting at times was kind of bad. They really glared it out a little bit to where sometimes it was hard to see the characters and stuff. I don't know why they did that or what caused that. You didn't notice that?
I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah, if you watch it in some scenes it was like it was very blown out by the lighting at times. And you probably so invested you just didn't you didn't notice it.
No, I mean I knew like some of the colors to me looked like too bright because they were outside, so it looked sort of fake. But besides that,
yeah, it was blown out at times, and I was talking to Noah about it. I think he said he noticed it, but I think if I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but It was still fine. It was fun for what it was. A lot of musical numbers. If you're not, be prepared for a lot of musical numbers with this.
I think for a kids movie though, it was very good.
Yeah, I think.
And it would attract them because of the colors.
If the kids are into Blue's Clues, like Addison,
She wanted to see Steve because she likes the old episodes.
Yeah, she enjoyed it, but she likes the older episodes with Steve. So
she kept asking, "When's Steve coming?" When he finally showed up, because he's in it most of the movie anyway. But when he finally showed up, she was quiet the rest of the time watching it.
Yeah, she. So kids who haven't seen Blue's Clues could probably enjoy this one, or fans of Blue's. Kids that are fans of Blue's Clues, no matter what version of Blue's Clues that they've seen, would watch it or would enjoy it. Definitely just something easy to throw on with the family to watch, but nothing real negative to say about it. I mean, other than that one thing, one part about the lighting, um, but yeah, I think. Is there anything else? I know you had mentioned how they introduced a lot of like uh, handicap type characters.
Yeah, I did notice there was multiple inclusions they did for people with disabilities or kids with disabilities, and I love that. I'm not one of those parents, however, that I'm gonna get mad because they didn't include, like, for example, SPD or autistic kids because of Dawson. I'm not gonna be like that, but I do like how they at least shown a little bit of light on, because there was a kid with a walker because he had like cerebral palsy. There was a girl that was singing when they walked into one of the places that was in a wheelchair because she was paralyzed. They did a couple different things, and I do like that because a lot of people don't. And I think if this movie was made back, say, when Steve was doing it, Nickelodeon probably wouldn't have done it. So I at least like that they're trying to include a little bit of different variety.
Mm-hmm.
And also towards the end, I did like, and I think I also connect with this part a little bit more because of Dawson, but when he says thank you after he performs on the Broadway stage scene after he was late, he signs thank you also, not just saying it.
He does that multiple times.
Yeah, he does that a lot, but I noticed it was more noticeable at the end. And I like how he did that because a lot of people don't include sign language enough, and I think that's very important.
Mm-hmm. What would you give it as your rating?
Probably rating it as a kids movie, I would give it probably a 4. I can get more into kids movies than you can though too, so it's a little bit easier.
I gave it a 3 out of 5, so that's pretty much kind of where we usually stay with movies.
Yeah.
I gave it a 3 out of 5. I think it's a good kids movie. I'm not huge on kids movies or animated movies unless it has to really, at least nowadays when it comes to the animated movies, like obviously I love like Toy Story and stuff like that. I have my Pixar favorites that I watch. There's some non-Disney Pixar animated films that I like, but they're not like my top tier favorite things. That I always go to, like every animated movie I gotta see. I'm not like that. She usually gets more into them than me, so us being me being lower on this one than her is definitely not surprising. So, but 3 out of 5 is still good. It's right there in the middle of the road. So, uh, definitely not a bad one. Definitely something you can, like I said, you can watch with your family. So, but I believe that's everything. Unless there's anything else.
Mm-mm.
So that's every. What?
Go ahead. I'll have to check on him.
I think that's outside if you're hearing anything. That is everything for this review. So please come like and subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for our videos, and we will see you all in the next one.